Hello, humans and pets. Today, we're going to solve the age-old question that everybody was asking. Today,
Gatorade?
And yesterday, and every day. Everybody asks it, totally. I mean, I've heard it multiple times on separate occasions.
I don't think anyone talks about anything else, actually.
Yeah, that's all they say. Like, as soon as you wake up, your alarm says, does Gatorade straight out of the bottle taste better, worse, or the same as Gatorade made with the powder?
Yeah, so we talked about this in a previous episode because I really didn't know if they even sold. It's on fire. I didn't even know if they sold. This is going to make such a mess, and this is why I wanted to do it over. Because look at the size of the scoop.
We got one scoop here.
All right, we
got some water.
I'm going to have to do this downstairs.
We got some this. No, we're doing it right here.
He wanted to do this on camera. This is going to make a huge mess.
We have an Arizona cup that's washed out completely, but it's relatively the same size as we need.
Can we just put the scoop in there and stir it, and then pour it into glasses instead? Let's do that instead.
I mean, yeah, I didn't know why you wanted the Arizona so bad.
I didn't. I just thought we could do it. I thought it was going to be a smaller scoop, but this is like a Magombo scoop. So we actually have 32 ounces of water. That's what it said you needed. And it said one scoop for...
Make sure you level it out.
One scoop.
The alarm's going to go off.
One scoop for 32 ounces of water.
Is that a scoop?
Yeah, that's a scoop. That's about as good as you're going to get right there. All right.
Scoop!
This reminds me of the old Gatorade. You used to do 4 of these scoops for a thing.
Oh, Dad.
It's all right, Ryan. It's all right. It's not an exact science. It's a Gatorade. Now we're going to have to get a little stirrer. Go ahead. Lick that like a savage.
Oh, that stuff's good. Yo, it's kind of sour.
It probably is.
Can we do a scoop each?
No.
Yeah, let me get some cups.
Yeah, go get the cups over there.
What cups?
And so, I'm making a big mess. Whatever cups you want over there. I wanted to do this downstairs. I was going to put it in the Gatorade one, in the Arizona one, so we could actually shake it. But someone was fighting me. He didn't want to do it off camera so that you guys would know that we were actually doing it.
Made it with the powder. Can you believe it? So this right here makes 6 gallons of stuff. Do you know how much it was?
It's over there. I bought it the other day. I found it at Walmart the other day. I didn't even know if they still sold this stuff, to be honest with you. We used to we used to have a big jug of Hawaiian Punch, or as my father would call it, bug juice as kids, and that's what we could always drink. But I didn't know that they actually sold. I don't think this was outrageous, Ryan. I want to say...
Well, the regular Gatorade...
Yeah, for a regular...
$1.34.
For $1.34, that sounds about right.
Gatorade powder is $8.38.
Yeah, but it makes a lot more.
So, it's worth it if it's the same.
If it tastes the same. Well, that's kind of the reason why I was buying it anyways, just to see. So why don't you pour some of the regular while I just sit here for an hour and stir. Like, this wouldn't be bad if you just put it in a bigger ended cup.
What you want, my dude?
Geez, sure. All right, come on, bud. You can come up. I'm only drinking today. I know you want to come say hi to all the people.
I wish I Gatorade Light or Gator Light recently, and it wasn't that good. So I'm excited.
Oh no, yeah, that was not good. Although I will say the powder makes a mess.
Well, you're just messy with
I
the
am
powder.
messy with the powder.
That's why you do it outside.
Well, you do it over a sink like I was gonna, but someone wouldn't let me do it downstairs. So, all right. It's exactly like I remember it.
Wow, it tastes like Gatorade.
So much better than the Gator Light that we did the other day. That was like just too salty.
Yeah.
So I had never drank. My older brother Mike had said it was his hangover cure remedy at one point. The Pedialytes. I have never drank any of like the Pedialytes and stuff that they do for kids, but he said it tasted a lot like those Gator Lights. So maybe that's what they were going for, like the adult version of, to renew, if you, not as a hangover cure, but just as to resupplement if you worked out too hard and stuff.
That's good.
I've always liked the Gatorade. I will say though, I noticed the regular Gatorade does have it's a lot different than the zero sugar Gatorade that I've been buying you. It has more flavor.
Yeah, definitely. It's like more
I think I
sticky.
spill every time I use this big one like this when it's full. So that is always a possibility here.
There we go.
All right, so here's the true test. I mean, the true testament. I mean, 32 ounces. The thing is, that was 34 ounces. So one scoop would make more than that because I think
This
that's
is
only 20 ounces. Yeah, 28 ounces. So one scoop. I mean, there's a whole lot more scoops. I mean, you get a lot more bang with your buck.
And the good thing is you can make it extra flavored, less flavored if you want.
It smells different. Let me see that. Or is it just me?
It smells more orange.
It smells like tang, like tangy.
I don't smell tang.
To me. No, that one. It does have a difference in smell to me. All right, let's just try to taste.
The color is relatively the same. I think this one may be lighter. What do you like more? I like the powder more.
This reminds me of the zero sugar one.
Mm.
It's like, this is saltier. Like I want to say, I'm saying saltier, but it has a saltier taste.
Yeah.
And
it might not even be saltier, to be honest.
I'm just talking about texture, like taste wise. I'm gonna
by 10 megagrams. I think the
hold on. I'm gonna try this. You know, because we could put a little more of a scoop in if we wanted to, but we went exactly how the directions were. Do you know what I'm saying? So to me. Let me just double check.
The texture is different. That one's more liquidy. This one's more liquidy plus something.
It really is.
Plus something is.
It really is. It almost has like a.
It's definitely.
That's why I say saltier, because it has like a different texture on your tongue. This one has more of a watery texture on your tongue, kind of like when you drink your sugar-free ones.
Now, what do you think of the flavor?
I don't mind it. It's very similar. Like it pretty much has that same orange.
I think I like this one more.
They do sell the different flavors, I believe, in the powders. I think they had the lemon lime. I don't think they have the frost and stuff, but I think when I got it, I got orange because Gatorade is one of them things at our store that like sells out. There was zero. Usually I buy Ryan the zero sugar ones because he was liking them.
Well, not
but there was none of them.
But
no, I'll grab a couple. Like I usually grab 2 or 3 or 4 if they're at the store. The last time I went, they only had orange, regular. They didn't have any of the zero sugars. I'm wondering if it tastes a little bit different because we have actually cold water because it was out of the tap. I didn't put it in the fridge or anything. And this one's straight out of the...
Yeah.
Do you think it's because of the temperature?
No. Because I don't like this cold. I despise it. It becomes more solid.
It's pretty close in flavor, though. I will say, I think there is a little bit different. Like you said, texture-wise, it feels a little different out of the bottle. Maybe a little thicker, because you know what I mean, out of the bottle. But in all reality, I'm gonna agree with you. I like the thinner version. It doesn't taste as salty to me.
I don't know what really could be different.
I don't know. It just I don't know if it's because it's cold.
There's the same amount of carbs.
I don't know if it's because it's cold or not. It shouldn't taste any different, but it really does. It's a weird texture thing. It really doesn't taste that. I'm going to say salty.
I'm surprised I'm saying this, but I like this more.
I agree.
So, I'd say get it. It's more cost effective.
It's definitely cheaper in the long run.
Right, definitely.
Yeah, because I mean, I did 1 scoop. How many scoops are probably in there? It must say approximately.
It
says make 6 gallons. So how many? What is this? 20 ounces. So how many of these would to make a gallon? You know?
Yeah, no, for $8 rather than $2 or $1.50. You know.
Again, when we used to buy as kids, we would get like Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
You know, my mom would buy us Kool-Aid, and it would be the same thing. And what you would pay for Kool-Aid like that.
If you want to see a Kool-Aid version of this video, leave it in the comments.
We would get a big scoop like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Same thing when they finally came out with the lemonades. You know what I mean? Or what they came out with the iced
pink
teas.
lemonades,
My mother
they come
used
out
to
like
get.
this.
She used to get the Nestea iced tea
The
one.
Lipton?
I don't know if it was Lipton. I think it was Nestea iced tea. But it was the same thing, powder from where it was like tea and lemon or whatever. And she would make a container of that for herself because she didn't like the bug juice, as my father would call it. He didn't like the. He used to say, "Go drink your bug juice," you know. Because again, we didn't drink soda because you could buy this cheap. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then they came out like Country Time Lemonade had that big one that we had, you know, that we didn't make forever. But
do we still have that? It was like solid.
No, it was we had it so long.
That was bad.
It got hard. But I mean, you could. I mean, they're good.
I don't like pink lemonade as much.
The difference is A, I stopped doing sugar as much as we could, and B, you know, they came out with those knockoff Crystal Light packets where you can make them in a water bottle and you can carry them anywhere. They were just more practical.
The big thing is that
you can do multiple flavors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like this, you're gonna have to drink orange Gatorade for the next year. You know what I mean? To get rid of it all.
But once again, if I'm playing sports, fill it up, right?
When do you play sports anymore?
If I'm playing sports,
no,
fill it up.
No, honestly, to me, if I was doing it, I would have hands down. I walk around with my jug if I don't leave it on the top of the car and have it fly into the road.
So funny.
If it's not funny, I'm still upset about that.
This is better than Applebee's.
What do you mean by Applebee's?
What we had yesterday?
Oh, 100%. That was a huge disappointment. And truth, like everything. I told your mother, here, eat the rest of this and tell me what you think. I said, I thought delicious. It was terrible and it had no flavor. And she's like, this is the best meal ever. It was so funny. It was so bland and blah. And it was very disappointing. It was very disappointing. I will say, this is the most Ryan's probably drank in
the past month and a half.
Exactly. So it is saying something. I will agree with you. To me, this almost tastes saltier. I do like the powder better because I think
a lot more smooth.
I think it reminds me more of your zeros that you were drinking. The one because they tasted. We always equate them to those of you that have ever had it, or if you have kids, where you have the Roaring Waters
and the regular Capri Suns,
and you have the regular Capri Suns. They have the same flavor, but they're the first time.
The best Capri Sun is lemonade. But the Roaring Waters beats everyone except lemonade's probably up there. I like Roaring Waters more.
We always got the watered ones because he didn't eat all that sugar when he was little.
Yeah.
And the first time he ever ate like a Capri Sun, he was like, "There's something wrong with this." Like he's like, "Teddy, there's something wrong with this." He didn't want to drink it because it was too sugary and it was just totally
the lemonade
different.
one is very strong, and I think that's the downfall is. I don't want strong drinks. I'd rather have one down. So,
honestly, though, flavor-wise, this carries a nice orange flavor. I actually, I agree. As much as this used to be my go-to Gatorade if I had one, I always liked the orange the best. But
I do want to know if you can freeze this. It would make an orange slush.
Yeah, but it won't freeze good because it's just water. It's not like juice that breaks up when you thaw it.
But it's a ton of sugar, though.
I don't. We can always put some in a container and try it. It ain't gonna hurt nothing.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
They're very close.
The ingredients label's almost the same, except this doesn't have water in it.
They're very close, which is, you know, it's funny when you watch somebody make it. You think this is something special, and it's literally just powder in a thing. You know what I mean? So I mean, it just goes to show you. But I will say, and I don't know if it's, again, this was just tap water, but it was cold tap water, and this was straight out of the closet, so it was warm.
Where this was held.
It is really close.
Yeah.
But I will say, I think it is the bottle has a little more flavor in it. I think if we would have put a little more scoop in it, like
you can control it with this.
That's what I'm saying.
If you want it more diluted, put less. If you want more, put more.
And that's the one thing that's the good thing about it. So, and I think that's exactly what it is. I think it just has just a little more powder in it than.
You want a spoon?
No.
We're gonna try
No,
it.
we're not doing
It
that.
would be so funny.
You're not doing that. It's gonna turn into the cinnamon.
The cinnamon challenge, the who can eat the Gatorade thirst quencher.
Uncle Michael tried to have me do the
faster.
cinnamon challenge on my channel last
Last
night. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, we'll take a spoonful of cinnamon. I'm like, do you not watch all these people that did that? He's like, no, we'll take a little one, just a little one. So I'm like, no, I'm good. So he was trying to get us to do the cinnamon
That would
challenge.
be like a funny intro though, like we're gonna eat the cinnamon, and then you eat the cinnamon, and then you just start down, like now we're gonna drink Fireball and do a Fireball review. Like that's the whole plot point. Go check out his channel, Let's Catch Bone Mash. It's in the description.
Yes, and actually, I tried to. One of my friends is like, you keep plugging your son's channel, but I have no idea what you're saying. We got to change your name.
You got to
He's
put it
like,
in the description.
I'm gonna have to put it in the description. I put it in the comment because I said, oh, his channel is this, but I just added it to my thing today because he's like, you keep saying it, but I have no idea what you're saying. So, because every time we mention you, I try to plug it, just since you always plug me over here. But
I do always.
it is fun. It is fun over there. It's fun over here.
Fun everywhere.
It's fun.
So.
Fun for the whole family. That's all.
Yeah.
But there you go. Does it Gatorade? Honestly, it is pretty much identical and 1/10 of the price because even though that's $8, it makes
63 servings.
It makes 6 gallons. So
6 gallons is a lot of
right.
Gallons.
And one scoop, and there's a lot of scoops in there. One scoop made bigger than that. Well, because this was a 34 ounce or a 32 ounce. So one scoop makes 32 ounces.
The good thing is that the scoop's not like a massive scoop, and then hence this isn't massive here.
Right.
But that's still a good thing. So if you regularly drink Gatorade, you know, and you're not, because some people say, it's not the same. It's the same.
It's pretty close.
It's really close.
It's pretty close.
Like
I said, if we would have put a little bit more,
those, you can.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hey, you have to. I don't care, but I would if I drank Gatorade every second of my life. Go for this one.
Well, the good thing is you make a batch. I mean, it's literally a 32 ounce container for one scoop.
Yeah, that's like what? Oh, you could do. Here's the measurements.
And then you don't have to.
1/3 of a scoop is 12 ounces. That's like a water bottle.
Or I'm sure you can make a I'm sure you can make a 2-quart container like I make with my teas and stuff. I'm sure it's probably
half
2
a
scoops.
gallon is 2 scoops.
Yeah.
So basically, you know.
Right.
So 1 gallon's 4, obviously.
But then you don't have
if you want to make like 8 gallons, you just do math.
But if you're someone like me who drinks, I drink more than 2 quarts a day. When I make a tea, I make that, and I always end up drinking water at the end of the day. So you could make, the good thing is if you got multiple, like if there is other flavors. I thought there was lemon lime.
You
I don't
put
think
half a scoop of orange, half a scoop of lemon lime.
Well,
lemon,
you could do that.
Lime,
That would
orange,
be different.
lime,
but
lemon.
you could make one of another.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can alternate. You're not stuck drinking the same thing over.
12 ounces is like a water bottle, right? Do you have one?
16 usually. I think.
16.
I think it's a 16 ounce water.
What's 12 ounces then? Why is that even an option?
I think a soda can is 12 ounces.
No, because there's a lot more liquid in a soda can.
There's a water bottle on the floor over by where Uncle Michael left it on the floor. If you want to see, maybe it is 12. A lot of the soda cans are 12 ounces.
16.9.
I told you it was 16 for a water bottle. I thought that was standard. 12 ounces is like a soda can. Or beer.
12 ounces is like small though.
It's really
there's
not.
more liquid in the soda can than a water bottle.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there definitely
There is definitely not.
It takes me longer to drink it.
Well, because it's fizzy and you're wimpy. But it's
also
less,
sweeter, I guess.
It is less water. It is less. Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. That's why I think I really do. I think I kind of like this one. Like, I like it enough where I'm drinking it all.
So I would give it a
little
shot.
bit more,
Of course.
just for to kill it. So there you go. We can leave it at that. I definitely I'm actually kind of shocked because when I bought this, because he had mentioned it, and when I happened to be at the store, it was way up on top too, and I'm a short little guy. It was hard for me to grab and knock it down. I had to kind of knock it down and catch it, but. When I seen it at the store, he had mentioned it in one of the previous episodes, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna buy it, and then we'll see Because I figured every once in a while, if he does drink something, he's been drinking Gatorade. So I was like, well, if it's really bad, he keeps telling me he wanted to get Tang again. And I said, well, if it's
Tang wasn't bad. I like Tang.
If it's really bad, I said, I'll worry about it. But I really didn't think it was going to taste exactly the same. It really does. It tastes.
I thought it was going to taste very similar because that's all Gatorade really is. I was looking forward to the spoonful. I thought it would be funny. Just to see what the powder tastes like.
Yeah, you know what it's going to taste like. It's going to taste like when you were grabbing the spoonful of that stuff on the bottom of the Boy Scout
That
thing.
stuff was so good.
And the lemonade,
it was like,
when you guys
nobody
didn't
knows
stir
how
it.
to mix anything. So it was like all just purple goop at the bottom of a pink lemonade barrel.
Yeah.
And we were just eating the stuff.
Yeah.
It was so good.
You guys didn't stir it, so you just had a pile of goop on
That was the fun
and
part.
flavored water.
And that's when I learned the lesson: don't stir things, because now there's a pile of goop you can eat.
Yeah.
So give that a shot, the pink lemonade goop, if you ever want to try it.
So well, there you go.
That'll be in our cookbook, our recipe book.
That's the recipe book.
Yeah, it's gonna
Eat
be
the
like
goop.
how to make this on the Chow Griller 980. Easy.
Speaking of that,
jalapeno poppers.
leave a comment down below and
then-
tell Ryan to stop doing a cook. I've been trying to get him to do a cook. I've been cooking like a madman, but he hasn't picked anything.
Why do you smoke mac and cheese? I've been saying this.
Did you buy anything? You work at a store?
No.
No, exactly.
No.
I've never made a homemade mac and cheese, so I don't even know.
I think it'd be fun though, smoke mac and cheese.
Well, the problem with a mac and cheese though is you cook most of it on the stove.
You'd have to like power cook it.
You cook most of it on the stove, and then it's just gonna smoke for a couple minutes.
Rather than baking it with all the stuff on top,
You'd have to
we
smoke.
make our own breadcrumbs, we make our own cheese,
Yes.
and then we.
All right, come up with something else. You didn't even want to eat the mac and cheese that we just had.
I think it would be good though.
You might.
Speaking of which, mac and cheese, we have a ton of it.
We do, and that was going to be the episode today, but he didn't want to. He doesn't want to eat it. We found a new mac and cheese, or I should say, our friend Steve found a new mac and cheese.
And we have to go pick up another one.
And he's been waiting. He's been waiting for us to patiently do it. We just haven't got around.
He has one more flavor that we can find as well.
Right.
So
there you go. Definitely get it. It's ultimately more expensive in the beginning, but cheaper in the long run because you have to buy it. You buy it in bulk, but. I think they only had the two flavors, though. I know that they had the orange. I think they had the lemon lime, but maybe they have more. I just kind of caught it out of the corner of my eye while I was sprinting through the store, and I said, "Ooh,
it looks tasty."
We'll shut it before you spill it and say, "Oopsie, I don't know what I did."
There goes the $8.
Yeah.
So
well, there you go. There is our
orange Gatorade.
Orange Gatorade
compared to orange Gatorade, and see which one's better.
I actually like the powder because it wasn't as salty, but there it is. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.